Hi there, it's Becky Williamson with lifeSport Fitness. I'm back with you on video number 2 in my mobility series. Mobility is all about moving with more ease and feeling less stiff. And in my Fit Over 40 series, we're talking a lot about how do you feel better over 40. And one of those things I think is working on mobility. So in video number 1, I talked about upper body mobility, mainly the shoulder and the upper portion of the spine. Now in this video, we'll be talking about the lower body, mainly the lower portion of the spine and the hips, not only the hip bones and hip sockets, but also just the muscles around the hips and the upper thighs. So here we go. Here's my mobility tricks and tips for you for the lower body. First of all, I'm going to bring you on your back, and we're going to bring you down and have you bring your knees into your chest. Comfortably, you don't have to jam them in there, just bring them in comfortably. And then I want you to rotate your knees. To keep the video short, I'm going to be showing you just 1 or 2 repetitions of everything. You can do more if you like, 5 to 10 or so. After I do it, the little hip circle or knee circles in one direction, I do them in the other. From there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop one leg and bring one leg, knee, thigh into my chest. Knee, leg, or thigh, one of them. You're going to bring it, do this. Do what I say, do what I do, not what I say. All right, there you go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to drop this leg out to the side with our knee bent. And very carefully, we don't want to force this. We're just going to let this relax. And if we need to, if our leg is up here, we're just going to slightly we're just going to press it down. So wherever your knee ends up, mine's right about there, I'm just going to gently press, maybe hold 3, 4, 5 seconds and then release. But again, I'm not getting aggressive with this. From there, I'm going to bring my knee back up, and I'm going to take my other leg. Here I've got my right leg coming in and pushing on this left ankle. And I'm going to pull in a little bit and then release. And I'll pull in a little bit and then I'll release. Again, this is all really slow and really gentle. We're not forcing anything here. Moving on, I'm just going to take this leg and bring the foot across my other leg, my down leg, so that's my left across my right, and I'm gently, with this hand, pulling on my thigh, stretching in through here. So I pull in, and I can really feel that stretch, and then I release. And then I pull in, and I release. Real simple. Now, ideally what you do at this point while you're still on your back is you go ahead and you'd switch over and do the other side, and do all that we just talked about. I'm going to go ahead and let you do that when you do this on your own. For now, to keep it short, I'm going to have you roll up. I always bring 1 or 2 knees into the chest and roll up like so. What I'm going to have you do is very gently put a foot in towards your calf and let that knee drop out. If you can, avoid sitting back here. Sit up as tall as you can on your sits bones, even if that means you have to kind of push yourself forward. And once again, just like we did when we were lying back, I want you to just relax that knee. It's okay if it's up here. This is what happens when we get older. Things get a little stiffer. Wherever your knee ends up, just let it stay there. And then very gently push down and release. Do it again. Push down and release. And then you'll do the other side. Now, if you want to get real stretchy on me, you can go ahead and do it this way. That's a little harder for some of us, but we can try it. And you can lean forward and slightly press the hands, elbows, onto the thighs. I think this one's a little harder, so from a beginner perspective, I think this one's a little bit easier to navigate. All right? Now, what we're going to do is roll back. Let's say we've done both our left and our right. We're going to roll back. We're going to bring both knees into the chest. We're going to drop our arms out to the side, and we're going to drop both knees at the same time to one side. We're getting a little rotation in the lower spine. If you can, put this arm all the way on the ground and turn your palm up. Getting a nice stretch in the chest here. And then you'll do the same thing on the other side. Very slowly and easily and gently roll over to the other side, and you'll do the same thing on the other side. So, roll back up, there are a lot of different ways you can do lower body mobility, and this is just the tip of the iceberg, but sometimes if we get too much information, we don't do anything because it's overwhelming. But what I just did here, if you did left and right, probably take you less than 5 minutes. And I think you'll find after moving those hip joints a little bit, moving the ball in the socket, so to speak, moving the lower spine, rotating a little bit, I think you're gonna feel more mobile. So, give it a try, let me know what you think. This is Becky Williamson with LifeSport Fitness and our Fit Over 40 Mobility Series. Thanks for watching.